this electric vehicle will be rotating like this. We have been applied the brake. As soon as you apply the brake also, since due to friction, it will be continuously rotating. So magnetic field is rotating. Inside the magnetic field, what is there? Conductor is there. Then automatically, which was rotating as a motor, will try to act like an generator. Hope when you go to cities, Hyderabad, Delhi, Calcutta, 80% of the electric vehicles in Delhi are not EVs, are completely dominated with EV vehicles. Okay, so that's why I am continuously working this West Bengal. So our focus was there how to create more greener. Okay, so that's why I was working in one domain. My domain of working was there. So actually here we use the latest 4th generation of the motor, which are nothing but BLDC inbuilt motors. Okay, in the wheel itself we have the motor which is called in-wheel driving. Then we start thinking out, why don't we convert this motor into an generator and let's try to charge our battery of our own. This was my innovative ideology. So I thought analyzing like this, and companies are also start working on this domain. So now we know that we can charge your mobile phone and we can make use of the mobile phone, and you can record videos and you can see YouTube or you can see your Instagram. But after 6 hours again what we need to do? You have to charge it. So I don't want this problems. Okay, then I started thinking like this. So here already a motor is there within the wheel itself, which is called in-wheel driving. Therefore, as soon as I remove the acceleration, this motor will try to rotate in the same direction, and which was acting like a motor will try to act like an generator, and it will charge the battery. Therefore, there is no need to charge your electric vehicle multiple times. Once you are traveling on the road, when you apply the brake, automatically it can charge. Therefore, when for example, I will say an best example, a gradient. So I am having a 100% charging in Tirupati. I am trying to climb the positive gradient, which is nothing but Ghat road from Tirupati to Tirumala. So my battery, the state of charge of my electric vehicle at Tirupati station is 100%. And it has reached Tirumala through the Ghat road, then automatically it has been came to a percent of 20%. What is the loss? 80% is the loss. Now I started to travel. Previously this in-wheel drive was acting like an motor, right? Now what happening now is, now we are trying to travel from Tirumala to Tirupati, which is an negative slope. In this negative slope, this wheel will be freely rotating. So for example, when you travel from Tirumala to Tirupati, you don't require petrol or diesel. Why? Because you have a negative slope, automatically it will be freely driving. So now whenever it is freely driving, so we are going to have some components. I will demonstrate the components. This motor will try to act like an generator, and which was previously acting as a motor will try to take the mechanical input and try to convert into electrical output, then the battery gets charged. Whenever you reach Tirupati, the charge of start of the battery is around 80%. At the starting, how much it was? 20%. 20 plus 60 it has been gained, and when you reach this Tirupati station, then automatically the state of charge of the vehicle is how much? 80%. Again you can make one more trip. There's no need to charge the vehicle. So this is an innovative ideology that was observed by the engineers at MAIL. They started analyzing like this. Therefore, they launched around 200 electric buses from the brand O Electra, and successfully they are running per day they are going to earn around 50 lakhs revenue. So this is an innovative ideology. This was observed by the Tirupati Devasthanam as well as by O Electra as well as by this MAIL. They started innovative thinking. So thus has changed the dramatic innovation of electric vehicle into the department of TTD. That's how we are having electric vehicles in to move from Tirupati to Tirumala, same charge, but the government will take out these innovative ideas, and they have been implemented buying electric vehicle. And you see here, government will not buy any electric vehicle. Government will not do anything. Who will buy? MAIL will buy. MAIL will buy, and the same charge, how we charge on IC engine, the same charge is imposed on the customer, and they are gaining that money. And they are improving the greeniness in what Tirumala is going to gain? Greeniness, no pollution, zero pollution. And you can see this air quality index is very better in Tirumala. Why? Because almost all the people are traveling through electric vehicles. So this was the ideology we observed. This is called the concept called regenerative braking. Now I will rather than directly showing with pictorial, I would like to show you regarding an hardware. Okay, so you can see here. So this is the hardware setup what we are going to have. So generally, let's try to take. This is an a BLDC motor used in an electric vehicle. Okay, so here we are going to have two parts. First part is called rotor. This will be rotating. You can see the ceiling fan. So ceiling fan will be rotating. This is called rotor. Which rotates is called rotor, and which is stationary in nature. Okay, our ceiling fan will be like this, and this will be stationary in nature. This I am going to call it as stator, and which rotates at the bottom is called as rotor. This is stator and rotor. So now the design we have been observed is, as soon as you give the electrical energy through positive and neutral, it will produce some, you can have this, these are called as windings. Group of windings is called as, this is completely called as stator, and this we are going to call it as armature. Armature means some group of conductors. So this will produce an electromagnetic field in and around. So this will act as an electromagnet, and this electromagnet is inserted into an permanent magnet. Okay, so this electromagnet, just reverse I am showing. So just we are going to insert this electromagnet into an permanent magnet. As soon as you give the supply, what happens is this will start rotating. So this is the concept of motor. So as soon as you stop this, in the case of electric vehicle, what happens is, so the same components we are going to use. So this is an not an electromagnet. To create regenerative power, we have been changed it to a permanent magnet. This is an which magnet? Permanent magnet. This will act as an field winding. This will act as an armature winding. This is also an electromagnet. Now what happens is, so when you keep this rotor inside the stator, now we are already rotating. I mean, you can see here, whenever our electric vehicle is rotating like this. Okay, actually what happens is, this electric vehicle will be rotating like this. We have been applied the brake. As soon as you apply the brake also, since due to friction, it will be continuously rotating. So magnetic field is rotating. Inside the magnetic field, what is there? Conductor is there. Then automatically, which was rotating as a motor, will try to act like an generator. Hope you are able to understand. This is called the concept of regenerative brake. Okay, actually what happened is, the electric vehicle is running. Okay, so I have been given a speed of around, take some 100 kilometers per hour. So I have been rotating this rotor. Now I am degrading to 10. So this rotating with 10 kilometers per hour. So this is called acceleration. Through battery I had given the supply, it is rotating. Still I had removed the supply, but what's happening? Due to inertia it is rotating, and the wheel is also propelling, electric vehicle is also propelling. Automatically you can see here the field winding is rotating, and in this field winding what is there? Armature is there. Automatically this motor which was given inertia, it will try to act like an generator, and EMF will be generated. That EMF will be connected to the two terminals of an battery. Then our electric vehicle battery gets charged up. So this is how an electric vehicle can charge of its own. We are not giving charging, it getting of charge of its own by technique called regenerative braking. So this is a very innovative concept. So a lot of companies are investing some crores of amount on this regenerative braking. That's how this Tata curve is having 4 level of regenerative braking, and Ather is also having 2 level of regenerative braking. Okay, if the regenerative braking is higher, you no need to apply the brake. Are you able to understand? There's no need of brake in electric vehicle. As soon as you throttle it once, and if you remove the throttle, automatically braking will be applied. With the help of braking, you can charge your battery. There's no need of charging. So this ideology was very innovative, and it was observed by our lab at CSIR, Government of India. Then we start designing this lab, and we patented all these windings. Okay, so this is a BLDC winding, and we have a lot of Hall sensor. So this concept was initially not available in India. Now we can see this Harrier is having level 4 regenerative braking, and few of our patents has been submitted to Ather, and Ather electric vehicle are using our patents, and they are running with level 2 regenerative braking. Okay, each company has its own patents. So that's how we observed this technology and we patented. Now I will say you how I have been patented my content. Okay, so I will show you an video. So how I had done the work to regenerate. Okay, so this is also the same concept. Those are unable to understand, here you can understand. We have the battery. Battery starts discharging. Battery starts rotating our wheel. So the wheel starts rotating. As soon as the wheel is rotating with 100 kilometers per hour, but it will take around 1 minute to come to how much speed? 0 speed. Still the motor is now acting like an generator through this transmission box and gearbox. This motor will act like an generator. Then it will convert this supply to charge our battery. This is called regenerative braking. I will show you an example how we have been patented this content of this analysis. Okay. Hope you got some clarity. I don't think everyone is able to understand. This way of thinking is called innovative thinking. Are you able to understand? There may be some problem. If you find a problem to that, actually you find a solution to that problem, then automatically you can find out with solution. So finding solution is not by one day. It takes some years. If you are very talented, it may take months. If you are ultra extreme talented, it may take one day. If you are highly talented, you can crack a job. With this innovative thinking, I can crack a job in EV domain. That's why I made a patent, right? So I will show you one example such a way that you will get a clarity. So I don't want to take more time, just I will show the demonstration. So here you can see here the lab level, I observed this is also possible at lab level. So then I started thinking like this. I have been taken an DC supply, then I started exciting an small motor. So this is nothing but the motor what I am going to excite. So alternate side I have been connected to an alternator. This is nothing but an alternator. Okay. Then what I done is I excited the stator with the help of a prime mover. So continuously the motor actioning will be happening. Now suddenly I will remove the supply of motor, but still it's try to rotate with some speed. This same motor will try to act like a generator, and you can see here how the EMF is generated. Okay. See here, now you can see the wheel is rotating. So this is our motor, this is our alternator. Okay. So slowly I have been excited the motor and the alternator started running, and I am giving a DC supply to the winding of the motor with the help of an separate excitation through carbon brushes. I had given the supply, and you can see here the bulb starts glowing, indicating that and regenerative braking is generated and the battery can charge. Battery has started means what you have to understand, some voltage has to be generated. So to design it, I have been connected a voltmeter to generate it, and to directly observe, you can see here the bulb starts glowing. There is no supply, but the bulb is glowing. How? This is how the motor acts like an generator, and you can see here the bulb starts glowing means what is available? Voltage is available. The battery starts charging of its own. So this ideology is very good. Then I started recording a video, and I have been published an abstract of my content, and the same concept I have been sent to CSR. I had obtained a patent how to charge an electric vehicle using a regenerative braking technique, and how to connect this to an solar system also had been applied for the patent. So I protected all this content. If anyone, for example, this content is 100%, I should not publish some other content. This is my own content. So I have my right to protect my content. If any one of you people want to use my content, then you have to affiliate me. That is called how to protect my copyrights, how to protect my patents. So this is like a patenting and content. I had done my work, but you want to use of my work. Then what I have to do is, when you download this video, it will display in video that kvthulasi at the evcrush, and when you upload this video in your content, then it will show an hashtag that you have to take copyright permission from kvthulasi. Until I give authentication, you should not use this content. Then you will call to me and you will ask, sir, what is your application fees? You have been done this content and I am going to copy this content. So I want to join with you, I want to work with you. Then what kind of contribution we can go forward? Then I will be affiliated. Nowadays, no one is written in the hard paper. Everyone is going through soft copy. So this project is a central government funded project. I had already done this research. Just I demonstrated it with the help of an motor with the possible lab what we have in our electrical department. Okay, so this is how the innovatively you can see here the bulb starts glowing where the motor is now acting like a generator, but there is no motor. Motor has stopped working, but the stored kinetic energy has started to run this motor as an generator. And this concept, sir, you may ask, sir, how you cracked this innovative idea? I started analyzing beyond the box. So electric vehicle is running, no. Idle time I have to charge, I don't have the time to charge. So in Tirumala I can't keep a charging station. Then what I have to do? Whenever it is running, whenever it is coming in negative angle, it has to charge. So don't think that electric vehicle will charge only when you travel from Tirumala to Tirupati. When you remove the acceleration, okay, for example, you are throttling your acceleration with a speed of 200 kilometers per hour. So when you remove the acceleration from 200 kilometers per hour to become to zero, it takes some time. How much time? 1 minute or 2 minutes it may take. In these 2 minutes, the same motor will try to act like an generator. It will act like a generator. You should have the caliber to observe it and convert that AC supply to DC supply and get it to charge your battery. This ideology is very important. That's why this Toyota and Tata are working drastically on this domain, and they are coming with level 4 charging. So when you have this regenerative braking it's like NCAP certified. So new car assessment program. Okay, so when you're traveling on the road, you don't need to apply the brake. As soon as you remove the acceleration, the brake will be applied and the vehicle will stop by the concept called regenerative braking. Brake will be applied and this generated power can be used to store the battery. Okay, so this is how we demonstrated the same concept. So like this we have been demonstrated. This is what the practical session, and after when it comes to the market, the patented is like this. See here, I am not taking any content from anyone. All these videos are completely patented under my channel. Okay, this is central government funded channel under PM Suryagar Bijli Yojana and PM Mobility Yojana. Okay, these are all funded from central government. So you can see here how the Tata curve is getting charged. Now it is working in, the green color is saying that the vehicle is running in a drive mode. Okay, slowly you can see here it will show the green color, which indicates that it will come down, which indicates that vehicle is running in regenerative braking mode. And you can see the levels of charging. So this is regenerative level 2, level 1, level 2, level 3, and you can see here now it comes down, which indicates that it is in a regenerative mode of operation. You don't need to apply the brake, automatically the brake will be applied. And this blue colored one, it will come, now it is in drive mode. After the drive mode, it will try to come to regenerative mode, and we had already kept the vehicle in level 3 regenerative mode. Okay, this is how an electric vehicle can charge of its own whenever it is running. So you need any charging station again. If your phone is designed, when you discharge, automatically it gets charged. You need any charger? Why don't you think like that? Why don't you keep some what is that amorphous solar panel at the back of your screen, at the front of your screen? Why don't you design a solar panel on that? Why don't you think beyond the box? There are all the technologies developed. So what are the technology we have in the brain already is developed, but you should get, when you get a new ideology, you have to get patented, such a way that no one can crack our ideology. Okay, so
students has come something that Casio calculator is there with the solar panel. So we told that it means the voltage which is required here 12 volts for charging. Maybe sometimes it may be not sufficient.
so this is entirely different concept, sir. So we should maintain balancing of the system. Voltage levels you have to balance. Yes. As per that, we have to have the fix the solar panel rating. Yes, and the same.
Made that, even, because that is what more essential.
Yes, sir. So there are a lot of feasible solutions. So electrical is like maintaining the balancing of the system. So electrical voltage you have to balance, current you have to.
Need that, in future days,
yeah. So you can also think like that, how to make your mobile phone as a solar powered mobile phone. So there is no need of charging all the time. You can make use of it, and you make use of your time, useful time, and you can get it charged. That's innovative thinking, right? So like this, I have multiple ideas, and you can see here, this is an Tata curve. You can have regenerative braking in the Tata curve, and the Tata curve we have been designed with ADAS 2.0 version. So ADAS means Advanced Driving Assistance System. If you travel in this car, what we designed for electric vehicle, if you want to directly collide, such power and accident, you will not die. You are in mentally disturbed state and you want to directly commit suicide. This is not possible with electric vehicles. Why? Because they come with ADAS 2.0 with a cost of around 30 lakhs. So if you want to directly collide also, it will stop on the road itself and it will give an information to the back person. So some accident we have been met, don't collide with us, and automatically it will not collide any object. If it will not collide, at the case if you are just very nearer to around 1 meter, automatically 6 airbags will be opened, including the driver also. Therefore, that's why it is NCAP 5-star rated certified car. That's why I was very interesting to record that video. That's why I was given an opportunity to directly from Tata car to record this video, and we recorded all the ADAS features, advanced driving assistance features. Okay, so there are a lot of features in ADAS. If you are from mechanical background, you can understand what is ADAS, how it makes ADAS. So like this.